What a setup. The art of winning over a crowd. Another way to say that is how to connect with your audience. I'm going to start this off by singing a song that I wrote called I'm Okay. I'm going to sing this song, even though I wrote this song in English, I'm going to sing this song in my native tongue, Nigerian. So, if you speak Nigerian, sing along. If you cannot sing in Nigerian, clap your hands. If you cannot clap your hands, stomp your feet. And if you cannot stomp your feet, I'll pray for you. I'm okay in Nigerian. Skele huevo, skele huevo, skele huevo, yeah. Skele huevo, yeah. Skele huevo. That is just gibberish, by the way. There is no language called Nigerian. Nigerian is a nationality, not a language, FYI. So in 2010, I quit my full-time job as a physical therapist to hit the road as a full-time musician. Yeah, that's crazy, I know. And over the years of playing for different crowds, I've developed my own recipe on how to connect with an audience. And I've condensed my recipe down to 4 easy constructs that I want to share with you today. And those constructs are 1, humor, 2, melody, 3, vulnerability, and 4, validation. I'll say it again. Humor, melody, validation, and vulnerability. Let's start with humor. Humor is a way that I, the entertainer, can create a positive curiosity and/or energy to help me guide or misguide you, the audience, for the sole intention of entertainment. It's my way of telling you it's okay to have a good time, because we all know laughter is good medicine for the soul, right? So if laughter is good medicine for the soul, and we all agree on that premise, so my next construct, melody, has to be that spoonful of sugar that makes the medicine go down. See, I titled melody as the soundtrack for right now, and he agrees with me backstage. The soundtrack for right now, because we all know when there's a good soundtrack, the movie feels better. I'll give you an example. Lady in the front row, she's got a beautiful smile. I hope your husband's not here, because he might beat me up. I'm not a fighter, I'm a runner. There's something powerful and magical about singing the words you want to say versus actually saying them. There's something powerful about that. Now, without fail, if you do the first 2 things properly, you will get a plethora of reactions and expressions across the room. Some might smile, some might laugh, some might clap their hands, some might have a puzzled look. Now, what I want to do as the performer is make sure I select for those positive expressions that will only positively affect my show. So I want to make sure I validate your expressions. Why? Because it lets you know that I am paying attention to you. But also, it lets you know that I approve of that expression or that behavior. Here's the magic about validation. Here's the magic. When you validate a particular behavior, you tend to get more of that behavior. And for the person you validate, their perceived or real circle of influence start to mimic their behavior. But we all know as presenters, as leaders in our fields of expertise, that sometimes you connect and sometimes you cannot connect for whatever reason. And that brings me to my 4th and final construct, vulnerability. And vulnerability has 3 parts to it. First part, embrace the emotion. See, this is a beautiful room. Everyone is laughing at my corny jokes. and everyone is smiling and they're clapping along. So I want to embrace how it feels. It feels good. But sometimes it feels awkward because you cannot connect for whatever reason. Embrace that feeling. Don't run away from it. Embrace it. The second part of vulnerability is this. Embrace the process that got you there. And for me, that process seems like humor, melody, validation, and vulnerability. And the third part of vulnerability is this, and the most important part of it I found in my career is to let go of the outcome. Now, my goal coming here today was to get a raging standing ovation after I'm done, but it might not happen. But if it does not happen, it's okay. I'll let go and enjoy the process because that's what got me to this stage in the first place. So with that said, when you go home today or tomorrow to your workplaces and you have to encounter your coworkers or you have to give your next TEDx talk, I encourage you to use or find the humor that's in the room and not get in the way of the funny, because funny is everywhere. I encourage you to use melody, and if you can't sing, don't. I encourage you to validate the expressions and reactions that positively affect what it is you're trying to create. And lastly, embrace the vulnerability. And I want to finish with this. If nothing I say today makes any sense, and my piece of advice to you is this: when in doubt, sing in Nigerian. And if you can't sing in Nigerian, clap your hands. And if you can't clap your hands, stomp your feet. And if you can't stomp your feet, I'll pray for you. Thank you very much.